morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dirt Grain Steel. So, it's like 50 degrees out today. The ground's thawed out, I think, enough. So I think we're going to take the old Gradall out back to the pond, and we're going to do a little digging today. So, I think it's going to be pretty fun. I haven't got to dig with it yet because everything was froze when I got it out of the shop. So let's take her out back and see what she can do. So, another cool video for all you new subscribers that haven't been following my channel very long. Go check out the tanker project. It was one of my first videos. This tanker was completely collapsed in the center. Well, not completely collapsed, but destroyed in the center. We cut a section out, or two sections out, put her back together, and made a good tanker out of her. So go check that one out if you have not checked that out yet. That's one of my earlier videos, and it's pretty damn good, so go watch it. So anyways, I'm gonna get some camera mounts. We're gonna head out back with the old Gradall and see what we can dig up today. Well, it's raining. I'm gonna do my best to get some video. I done a little bit of digging, got some drone footage, so I'm gonna go get in the Gradall and do a little digging. We'll get some video from this angle, and then maybe I'll set you up across the way and we'll get some video from that angle. Well, I don't know how well this is going to go in the cab, but we'll try it. Might be a little shaky. Got some good views outside, got some good drone footage. I still got a lot to learn with this thing. It's an interesting machine to run, that is for sure. But I'm getting the hang of it pretty quick. Having a lot of fun with it. It's just a horrible day to be doing anything, let me tell you. It's raining and the roof leaks. There was a winky blinky light on the roof, and it's leaking water through the grommet because it's all dry rotted out of there. And it's dripping right on my head. So I don't know how I'm going to set this video up yet. I don't know if I'm going to put this towards the beginning and then make another ending. I don't know how to do it. So if I do put this towards the beginning, make sure you watch a whole video for everything that's on the video. It's actually a relatively smooth running machine, really. I'd like to ran it when it was brand new. I think it'd been really cool. But I mean, for its age, it's still running, you know, smooth. The Detroit's not extremely loud in the cab. I mean, it's comfortable hearing-wise in here. Swing brake is a little touchy. I just wish it was a nicer day out. It's when I first went out on this adventure today to take it out and dig, it wasn't all that bad. But then as the day went on, there's a hard layer of clay down there. As the day went on, it started raining. Now it's misty rain, and it's just kind of a icky day. But hey, it's still fun to go out and do some Gradall stuff. Let me tip that camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Well, it takes a little getting used to running the bucket and the swing with your feet when you're used to running all that with your hands. We gotta do a little bushing work too. It's needs the bucket bushings fixed. Running this old girl makes me can't wait till I get my 690B. The John Deere 690Bs are fun to dig with too. I love them old hose. I can't wait to get it. And actually, the Gradall came from the same place the 690B's coming from. My buddy Mort had them both, and I went over to look at the 690B because he knew I've been wanting one. And he said, well, he's like, as soon as I'm done with my pond, you can have mine. Of course, I'm gonna buy it. But I went over there to look at it, and he's like, I got something else you might want, or you might find interesting. He's like, I got an old Gradall. I said, I've always wanted one of them. Let's go look at it. So here we are running a Gradall. Oh, wrong foot pedal there. And you know what? After running this one, I kind of want a newer one. I'd run one of these all day. It's a lot of fun. But everything's a lot of fun when you first start running it, and then it gets old eventually. I'm just digging along the edges of the pond here just for somewhere to dig. I'm gonna get my boom put back in my big crane and bring it back here and do a bunch of digging. I need to get that as soon as things slow down and I get a couple of O-rings and stuff sealed up on the big crane. I'm gonna bring it back here and hog this all out. We're gonna make this one big pond. The reason this hole's here actually is because well, for one thing, I had my trommel sit back up, or had my trommel sit up back here, and these were two small ponds. Well, I pumped water out of one for the trommel, and the other was just our little wildlife pond that we've just dug over time. And where the rest of the big hole came from, all the dirt from it went to a Dollar General project. they wanted to build a Dollar General in a fairly low spot, and they needed a bunch of fill. So we sold them a bunch of fill because we eventually want a big pond back here. So it's kind of our borrow pit that we're going to turn into a big pond eventually, basically. Where I want to have my gravel pit, my goal is eventually to dig a big pond there, and that'll be where I'll have a big pond behind my house, basically. I'll have a big retirement pond. So anyways, I'm going to dig for a little bit longer. We got plenty of footage by the time I put all this together. We're going to have a good episode of Dirt Green Steel. Glad you're all enjoying my video. If you're watching it so far, greatly appreciate everybody watching. This old Gradall's been a fun project. It's still a project. We're not done with it yet. It's going to come back up to the shop. We're gonna go through a lot of other things on it, and eventually we're gonna build an ab stick for it. I'm gonna take a stick from a wheel hoe, a tractor backhoe, and I'm gonna make an ab stick for it. I think that'd be kind of cool. That'll give it some more reach. It's got a little ab stick for it, but this one will give it a lot more reach. And I'm gonna make it so it hinges when it goes out. So it'll be kind of like digging with an excavator. So anyways, I'm going to dig a little more, and then probably be done for the day, because I'm pretty wet.